All right, good. Good. Try to take two. Good morning. All right, thank you for joining us again today. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. It is Monday. That means we get a whole new opportunity to start another week together. If you happen to be channel surfing, and we are happy that you came across us on Virginia this morning. Hi, I'm Bill Bevins. Happy Monday. That's Amy Lacey.
Hi, everybody. It is the perfect time to pour a cup of coffee or tea. You know, it's a little rainy out there this morning. Get a little caffeine fix, sit back, enjoy the hour of programming we have for you today. It is a rainy day again, but you're going to get your ray of sunshine over the next hour. Did you get into anything fun this weekend, Bill? It was pretty nice this weekend.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I did something I haven't done in a long time. I actually, you know, kind of sticky outside. I actually sat down and watched an entire baseball game.
Wow.
St. Louis Cardinals fan. They beat the Atlanta Braves twice.
That is a time commitment.
And it was, yeah. Normally I just do the highlights.
Yeah.
You know, just go, oh, okay, we won. So, but yeah, I actually watched the entire game, and yeah, that was kind of cool. Hadn't done that in a while.
I, over the weekend, just got a lot of relaxing in, which I don't often get to do, but you may have heard that I started a new job last week.
I heard something about
sometimes
that.
it's nice to decompress after a week of everything
week
being
on the new
new.
gig.
So yeah, it's nice to kind of veg with a little bit of Netflix or Hulu or CBS 6 sometimes.
Yeah, good. Well, I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend and either recharged or used up all that energy, whatever you like to do. We like to stay connected to you, our friends and valued viewers of the show. How can we do this? Well, you send in some videos or pictures, your fun adventures, just like this viewer did.
Look at that.
That's looking good. That looks real good. We'll find out all the details on that and do some more show and share. That's still to come on our live show.
And there is still more time to enjoy the warm rays of summer. Perhaps you've had some fun memorabilia from a trip, or maybe you have one upcoming. You can actually create art to remember your vacation. Crafting expert Adina Anderson will show us a few tricks of the trade in just a few minutes.
There she is, and we're looking forward to talking to her and learning how to do all of that. And we have Chef Andre Smith back in the Virginia This Morning kitchen.
Look at that lobster.
Yeah, he's big. That lobster almost as big as Andre. He has a kitchen hack and a recipe for sweet chili lime lobster rolls. Ooh, hello, big fella. He looks like he got in some sun this weekend. Anyway, that's all to come on our live show.
But before we get things underway, we want to check to see if this rainy weather is going to stay with us for most of this Monday. Here's CBS 6 meteorologist Tom Patton. Hey, happy Monday.
Good morning. Good to see you guys. Good to be in the studio today. I was in the studio last Friday. We were here with the lemonade stand.
Yeah.
And here we are again 2 times in a row. Man, we did have some rain this morning. I was just outside and it was just kind of warm and muggy, and then the light rain kind of started again, at least in this part of town. Some areas have had a lot of rain, some have had a little. We had some thunderstorms early this morning, probably 5, 6 o'clock, some thunder and lightning here in this part of town. And you can see the wet pavement out at the airport this morning, and that's where it was really pouring. Man, 74 degrees, light rain still. The dew point is 72, so it's still very humid. So we still have this very humid air mass. It's not like a cold front came through or anything, and it's going to cool us down. It's just kind of we're with a stationary front, and we oftentimes get these that stall out in our part of the nation, and we usually just get a lot of rain from that, and that's what's going to be happening here. We have a flood watch that's in effect through this evening, and it's mainly around Richmond and eastward, and here's where that heavy rain, you can see that pulling through from a few hours ago. And we still have a couple areas here in town. We have some very light or at least some patchy moderate rain moving out of Amelia toward Chesterfield. Some light rain here in town, as I just experienced. Real heavy stuff off to the west of us, but to the east, you guys have had a lot of rain. I got someone who said they had 7 inches in Kilmarnock now, or the Lancaster County area. I'm not sure if that was all weekend or just from today. I don't know, but they've had a lot. 83 degrees today. We'll look for some showers and some storms yet into the afternoon. Flood watch stays in effect through this evening. And here's the hour-by-hour forecast. You can see the light green areas. That's where the lighter rain is. And then we can get another batch of some heavier rain, probably around south of Richmond there. And that'll be through midday and into the afternoon hours. And that is, again, where some heavy rain will fall. And that's why we have that flood watch east of interstate of I-95 throughout this afternoon and early evening. More showers and storms later tonight and again developing tomorrow afternoon. This is Tuesday, 3 p.m. And then tomorrow night into early Wednesday, probably some rain again late at night. And then again Wednesday afternoon, some scattered showers and thunderstorms. And again Thursday and again Friday. Getting a pattern here? All right, well, it's not going to be too hot at least, but it's going to be very humid. So it's going to be warm enough to sweat like crazy out there. Overnight lows will be in the 70s. Daytime high generally this week will be in the 80s. There you have it. All right, that's it, your forecast. That's it. That's all I got. Virginia This Morning will continue right after this.
Hello, sunshine. It's been gone too long, but I'm telling you, I'm loving the sun.
Good morning and happy Monday to you. It is July the 22nd. It's another great day here in Central Virginia. We appreciate the privilege of your time each weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. You're spending part of your time here with us, and we do like that. Virginia This Morning is our show. Amy Lacey is here. I'm Bill Bevins.
And that is Bill Bevins, and I'm honored to be here. It's a privilege for me to sit next to you for the next hour. The show is packed full of great information. We cover the full gamut of food, fashion, financial topics, community events, music, and so much more. There's a slogan that's used on the show from time to time saying that if you miss a day, you miss a lot.
Yeah.
But lucky for you, the internet is up and running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can watch all of our segments again and again and again and again
And again.
and again.
Yeah.
We have lots to cover today, so let's get started.
All right, here we go, folks. Here's a quick recap of what's coming up today.
Chef and caterer Andre Smith is here, and he's going to put a tasty spin on a classic seafood favorite. He's making a sweet chili lime lobster roll.
That lobster looks like he could roll over all of us. Plus, we want to be everywhere you are. We plan to open up the inbox and see what's landed inside over the weekend, and that's coming up in our second half hour, folks. Our first guest is a national crafting expert who always shares some fun and creative ideas. Today she's going to show us how you can capture your fun summer vacation memories in art form.
This is my first time meeting her, and I'm happy to welcome Adina Anderson back to Virginia This Morning. Hi, Adina, nice to meet you.
Hello, good morning. It's so wonderful to meet you too.
I'm Bill, Adina.
Hi, Bill. How you doing?
I'm good, darling. It is always great having you on the show. And like I always say, next time you got to come in. But anyway, we got you where we got you. So what you going to do for us today?
Well, I have taken a couple summer trips, and I want to remember those trips, not just with the photos on our phones, right? Because we take so many photos on our phone, but maybe bring a little bit of that into our home and our office. And on my first trip I took was kind of a little family history trip back to Elkhart, Indiana. I was born in South Bend, Indiana, and Elkhart's just about 15 minutes. That's where my daddy worked. Pretty much my whole growing up I spent there. And it was kind of nice to just check out the Hotel Elkhart, which we took the two pups with us, and I think they were more excited about the pups being there than us, because they really set them up with the little pampered pup thing that they have there at the Hilton. It's really hard to say, the pampered pup package. And they have amazing restaurants there, the Corner Bar and the Relish. And so I wanted to remember one of the great photos. My husband and I had some cocktails at the Corner Bar, which were amazing.
Oh.
And I just kind of decided to take a mason jar or a ball jar, or what everybody calls it, and made a little organizer for my craft supplies. And all I did was use glue dots and some twine around the picture, and I just kind of glue dotted it on and then glue dotted the twine around. Now you could use a glue gun as well, but this makes it easy. And let's say you take another trip and you want to put a different photo, you can just take that off and put another photo right back on there.
Good idea.
I love that idea, and everybody always has some of those jars hanging around.
Yeah, and there's plenty of, just, go through under the sink, they're back in the closet, find a couple, fix them up like Adina did.
If anyone,
Jar, no?
yeah, and if somebody is going maybe to the beach, I have a beach trip coming up in a few weeks. What do you do with those seashells?
Yes, this is so fun. So in Texas, we have some great beaches, and I know you guys there, close to Richmond, have some great beaches. And I just, grab your seashell here, and I took a little decoupage. And what you're gonna do, look, I can't even find my brush that I had in there. Take these cute napkins, and you want to separate them. So you could maybe have a napkin from one of the places you went to, or you can get them on Amazon or Walmart or whatever. And you're just gonna put a nice, good layer of decoupage onto the seashell, and then take your napkin and put that on like so, and then you're just going to kind of rip off the edges. And then I also took a little Sharpie gold pen and went around the edges, so then you end up with this really pretty little seashell craft that you could put jewelry in, or maybe have it on your desk or on a coffee table, and you can put little knickknacks or even your keys, which I seem to lose all the time. Put those
Hey,
in
Adina,
there.
are those the napkins? Are they like from the bar you went to, or a restaurant, or something like that? Have a logo on them, and it's like that would be kind of cool, actually.
That would be exactly what I would do. Yes, because
Yeah.
in Texas we have some great restaurants, like at Pearland, Texas. I went to some amazing restaurants and bars, and the beaches, and then went to the Cat Cafe and some breweries. So there's a lot to do here in Texas. I went to Pearland, Texas, to the Woodlands, which celebrates their 50th anniversary coming up. So there's a lot going on here in Texas, just like anywhere else. But I just come on here.
Hey, very good. All right, and then you went to Elkhart, Indiana. You went to Texas, and you have one more trip that you did.
I did. I headed back to Indiana, to Indianapolis, to check out the Indy 500 track. Got to kiss the bricks, which was so much fun. And then I went to their Museum of Art. Now, I think one of the photos shows they have the big Indiana State Fair there, which is amazing. They have covered bridges, and the zoo is amazing. But I went to the Museum of Art, and I got to see some really cool, amazing installations. And I saw a Monet, which I've never seen one before. I actually saw two Monets, which I thought was amazing. I think you guys might see the Roper ladies too. I told them I'd throw them on the segment because they were hilarious.
Was it Mrs. Roper?
Yeah.
Was that
Yes, I
Mrs.
had a
Roper
group
there?
there.
Yeah.
It was. It was a group of ladies. They were so much fun.
I've heard
But
about
this
that.
was
That's a
such-
thing now.
Have you? That's what they told me. I just thought that was so cool. So to kind of commemorate this trip, I figured why not do some artwork? And I'm going to show you the easiest way to do art. You just take paint and you swirl it around. And I have 3 colors here, but you could use as many colors as you want. You don't even have to be an artist. You don't have to have ever painted before. And after you've swirled those around, you're going to take a spoon. This is the coolest little trick. And you just take your spoon and you go like this. And you end up with just the neatest little floral picture, which I was inspired by Monet and the florals. And of course, he uses a lot of pastels, but I kind of like bright colors. And then you're going to go back in and you're just going to swirl more paint in the middle, and you can kind of keep going. And then you end up with such a really neat little piece of artwork that you can hang on your wall to kind of commemorate your little vacation.
Very cool.
That
And
would
is
be-
that was just a regular piece of canvas that you used on that?
It is. You can get them at any of the craft stores. I think Walmart sells them. Amazon. You can get canvas anywhere, and they're very inexpensive. So it's a fun trip for a fun craft for kids to do, or for adults to do. You could have a little crafting party with your family to kind of memorize. To have a nice little memory of your trip. So it's just something fun to. One thing I want to suggest though, do it outside or put some cover underneath, because the kids can kind of go crazy with the spoon.
I was going to say that if my daughter did that, the paint would end up everywhere. But it looks like a fun one to do.
Thank you, Adina.
Definitely.
All right, some vacation
guys.
memories and a way to keep them instead of just on your phone. It's always great having you on the show. And we'll see you maybe in the studio sometime this year.
For more
I
information.
promise.
Yay, come on. For more information on this topic or to connect with Adina, we will put a link on our show website by early this afternoon at virginiathismorning.com. And stay with us. There's much more in store for you after the break.
All right, welcome back, folks. There are really some great places to visit right here in Central Virginia and the surrounding areas. In his latest Discover with Dave installment, Dave Parker shows us why you should put this lovely location just north of Virginia's eastern shore on your radar. Check it out.
This segment is sponsored by Rockingham Insurance.
There are so many interesting things about Onancock. It has a huge, vibrant art community for its size. There are a number of restaurants that stay open year-round. They're supported by the locals. But the most interesting thing to me was the number of people we met who used to live in big metropolitan areas and then moved to Onancock. Population 1,200. Kim Moore and her husband Matt fled Boston to own and run the inn at Onancock. While they consider themselves lucky, it's really the guests. Beautiful, inviting landscaping and wonderfully appointed inside. Each stay at this 4-star, 5-room inn begins with a wine down hour at 5. Rise and shine starts with coffee, waiting outside your room. Fruit, yogurt, granola, a cinnamon muffin, kick-off breakfast, followed by egg quiche and bacon. It wasn't just business that brought Kim and Matt to town. The art scene is a huge draw, part of the daily fabric. One of the many galleries, Morphosis, is owned by another couple of come-heres from up north, Lynn and Bill Kretzer from Long Island. They love their new lives here, and it shows. Since the water also defines Onancock, try to get a view of it at Mallard's. And do yourself a flavor favor. Order the crab cake. It's what they're famous for. It was a great lunch. After working in New York and Chicago, Chef Sean Thomas came back home to open Maurice. Dinner here was amazing. It started with this, the most visually stunning sushi board I've ever seen. It was followed by a wrapped tower of local flounder stuffed with crab meat. Joy had lobster tail, also blessed with local crab. You can then walk next door to Sean's Fusion Speakeasy for drinks and a dessert board that rivaled the sushi one. There are so many reasons I keep visiting here. Maybe one day, a few will make you want to stay. In Onancock, I'm Dave Parker.
Thank you, Dave. For home, auto, and farm insurance, give Rockingham Insurance a call at 800-434-7736 or visit rockingham.insure to find a local agent.
This donation to Richmond Public Schools and Fairfield Court Elementary is sponsored by Chesapeake Bank, your stable and sound community bank for over 120 years.
You probably heard the adage that it takes a village to raise the child. Well, today we're at Fairfield Court Elementary School because the village is Chesapeake Bank. And what they are doing is providing a first day of school and the tools needed for a lot of kids. And I am joined by Ron Sims, the Vice President Commercial Loan Officer at Chesapeake Bank, Kevin Hill, Vice President Regional Manager, and then also from Richmond Public Schools, Renisha Parks, Chief Wellness Officer, and Angela Wright, Principal of Fairfield Court Elementary School. This is such an exciting day. And I'll start with you, Ron, because when you learned about a clear bag policy that was being enacted at Richmond Public Schools, what was it about that made you think that Chesapeake Bank could help?
Well, honestly, it was a no-brainer for us, right? When we learned about it, it looked like an initiative to get out in front of the community and do what we do best, which is partner with communities and help and serve in areas that we work, worship, and bank. So getting out and meeting with folks and helping out with the students in the Richmond Public School District was right on mission for us.
Kevin, I love this about this story too because you are a graduate of Richmond Public Schools. So this is all coming back home for you.
Absolutely.
And being a community bank, what was it that made Chesapeake Bank say, and even you personally being involved in the project, say that this is what we're going to do for this school year?
Well, it's one of those things where honestly looking at it, it makes me happy to see that we can actually continue to grow this particular relationship. And honestly, for me being a Richmond Public School student previously and my family being that as well, to continue that for the next level and the next generation.
I love that.
Angela. I talked about that village, and you know, Richmond Public Schools is so lucky to have such a strong, supportive village around it. And Chesapeake Bank doing this, it has to be so meaningful for you. Starting the first day of school, knowing that your students are going to have what they need.
Right, you're exactly right. And we at RPS are so excited to broaden that community relationship. And, you know, when you think about the supplies that our parents need to get for the kids, it's a lot. And so what this does is it takes that burden off of our parents, because you have to get shoes, you have to get clothes. So we're just so thankful because that partnership that extends outside of the school walls will continue, and we will have the kids get what they need to be successful on the first day of school.
I have to say that I'm a parent, so I know that when you have that deadline of the first day of school, it is very, very stressful because there is so much to get. And Renisha, you know, you're going back 20 days earlier this year, so that deadline is that much quicker for the families out there. This has to be so just meaningful and touching to you that it's being taken care of today.
Absolutely. We're going to make sure that our students have everything that they need and to alleviate that burden on families. And RPS, our motto is to teach with love, to lead with love, and to serve with love. And certainly Chesapeake Bank has been a wonderful example of serving with love in this community. And many other partners have stepped out to just make our lift a little bit easier. This is year 2, and we're looking forward to great things. Again, with the help of our community partners, we are able to provide our families with just about everything they need. We'll have some other events that are coming up with Spring Fest, but we'll be doing haircuts and dental screenings. It's just a wonderful outcome from the community, and we are very appreciative.
We love those positive stories on Virginia this morning, and I have to say that here at Fairfield Court Elementary, there is just such a beautiful energy, and it is going to be a very special first day of school.
Absolutely loved meeting everyone involved. Once again, this donation to Richmond Public Schools and Fairfield Court Elementary is sponsored by Chesapeake Bank, your stable and sound community bank for over 120 years. Chesapeake Bank has a few locations, including West Hampton off Patterson Avenue at 5501 Patterson Avenue in Richmond, and in Chesterfield County, visit 10,000 Courtview Lane in Chesterfield, Virginia. You can give them a call at 1-877-436-9032 or visit them online at chess.bank. They're on social media too. And stay with us. We'll be right back with more Virginia This Morning.
All right, welcome back. We love seeing where you've been, what you've been doing during everywhere you are.
Please continue to send in your fun summer moments to us to share on the show. So many are coming up.
Speaking of fun, last Friday, CBS 6 participated in the annual Anthem Lemonade presented by Richmond Ford campaign, and we were proud to partner with the Children's Hospital Foundation at VCU every year. And I hadn't seen that hat on me, actually. All right, that was fun. And we did the lemon challenge, and that was, you were really good at this. I'm like,
You know, sometimes you have to take one for the team, but then we did chase it with some lemonade, and, you know, we had a pretty good time with it.
that was a lot of fun.
It was such a great time and for such a great cause. Happy to do that.
Folks, our Andrea White Murdaugh was out doing things, too.
Yeah, with the lemonade challenge, she did them with her sons last week.
Come on, Mom.
Look at that. She had quite a reaction from her 3.5-year-old son, David, and her almost 1.5-year-old son, Dion. Oh my goodness, they are so cute.
Dion's looking at David going like, you doing this, man?
Like, what? Adorable. And Crystal Testerman sent in a photo. This has been her view every weekend this summer. I'm just going to say, Crystal, you're my new best friend. I'd like this to be my view sometime.
Come by and help you with sitting out there.
We want to do that with some of that lemonade we had on Friday.
That'd be good.
And now this is part of the show where we give you an open invitation to share some of your fun moments with us just like at.
All right, please send us a high-resolution picture or video to one of our CBS 6 social media channels, either to Facebook or Instagram, or simply email us at virginiathismorning@WTVR.com.
This segment is sponsored by Mr. Fix-It.
Most people don't realize how important gutter protection is to their home. Here to tell us all about the benefits of Gutter Helmet is our friend Mark Benstock, owner of Mr. Fix-It. Good to see
back.
you again. Yeah. Welcome back. We have talked about this in the past, but I want to kind of drive home the fact that safety for you and your home, but mostly for you, is step one in Gutter Helmet.
Yeah, we've lost count of how many customers have shared with us all those tragic stories about somebody falling and around the house, getting up on that ladder and, you know, getting injured badly. Gutter helmets, one of the gutters are a necessary evil for a house. You have to have the gutters. You've got to be able to get during those heavy rains, even the light rains, get that water controlled and away from the home to help protect the home, protect the landscaping, all that stuff, you know, keep the critters away.
Yep.
But the necessary step is to have gutter guards on the home that work 24/7, 365. And the cheap Gazmos and filters and things like that that are out there, they're not that long-term successful product. Gutter Helmet is. Gutter Helmet has a lifetime performance warranty. I've had it on my house for crazy years, whether it's a heavy snow that can sit on top or whether it's in the fall, all the leaves falling, or in the springtime, those thunderstorms. Gutter Helmet's going to be there. And again, when we say triple lifetime warranty, it's because it's a material warranty, it's a performance warranty, and it's transferable. So if you go to sell your house, you transfer it to somebody else. So makes it good.
We've talked in the past of, you know, it's not something you see from the street when the house is for sale.
Right.
But if you tell people that are interested in your house that Gutter Helmet is up there, and if they know, or if you have to tell them the story, then that makes a huge difference, because then you're not up on the ladder again or paying someone to get on the ladder.
Exactly right. So you don't have to worry about being stressed out of, uh-oh, the gutters are clogged again. Do it. If you like to golf, you never have to worry about cleaning your gutters again, but just get out there and have fun on the weekends.
All right, you have a special offer for us right now, because it is special. So tell us about that.
Right now, no payments, no interest for 12 months, or even some folks say, hey, I just want a tiny monthly payment, so $75 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gutter Helmet has been around for a long time. I know you've been doing it, you said, in your house for years and years. And the people that have it installed are so happy with it. We just had a situation at our house where the gutters were fine, everything's working good, but we needed to get that little attachment that goes on to, again, get the water further away from the house, because we have a basement.
Right.
So getting that water away from the house is essential. It obviously, if you got clogged gutters, it's going to cause problems up in the air and on the ground.
Well, you're right, and that's what we bring to the table. We're celebrating our 54th year in business, so we are experts at this, and we're going to come out free of charge to do an evaluation, and we'll make recommendations. We might say, hey, you know that downspout right there, it needs to be a little bit larger sized, or hey, there's one that we need to add another one, and this one we need to make a little extension like you're talking about, and get it a further, because we're taking a look about the lay of the land and how the water flows when it rains heavy. Is it flowing towards the house, away from the house? So we'll make those recommendations and give, you know, free advice on how to protect your home.
It makes a huge difference, and Gutter Helmet works. I don't think we said that. It works, folks.
That's right.
Thank you so much for coming in and filling us in on this. For the month of July, Mr. Fix-It is offering no interest and no payments for 12 months, plus enjoy $300 off your Gutter Helmet project. For more information, just visit MrFixItVA.com and take advantage of this special offer. The Mr. Fix-It showroom is located at 10,189 Maple Leaf Court in Ashland, Virginia. Give them a call, 804-726-8006, or visit MrFixItVA.com and stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. We are in the kitchen with chef and caterer Andre Smith. He's going to show us a kitchen hack that can make your life a little easier in the kitchen.
And if that isn't good enough, then we will switch gears, take a break, and he will make his delicious sweet chili lime lobster roll, which is a spin-off on a traditional lobster roll served on a New England style bun. Hi, Chef Andre. What's this kitchen hack you have for us?
This kitchen hack, to all y'all that actually work in the kitchen, is pretty basic, but everyone sitting at home, this is something that's going to educate a lot of people because a lot of time meals don't happen until you prep for them. So this is basically the kitchen hack today is meal preparation. All right, so I have all my containers here, and I have basically 2 different parts in a meal for preparation. So if you're reaching in your fridge, I have a vegetable soup here. So you have your vegetable stock. You have your noodles.
And your
You
veggies.
have your veggies.
Yeah. And you've already chopped up all the
Having
vegetables.
everything ready.
Are the noodles cooked? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
noodles are cooked. Veggies are chopped, ready to go in the pan. We have our oil. And that way, when you're cooking your soup, you know, you're just popping it in the pan. You're not having to cut anything. You're not having to do much work because everything's right here.
And it only takes a few minutes.
Few minutes.
Yeah.
Few minutes. Simple hack.
We all need that.
One of the biggest things also, when you're putting everything in the fridge, you want to make sure you label and date everything so you know what meal goes with which, so you're not getting mixed up there.
Yeah.
Another meal here, I have some steak. I have some sirloin steak marinating.
Asparagus.
We have some asparagus that's oiled down, seasoned.
And you've already cut that and got
Yes,
that ready to go.
already cut,
It's
ready to go.
Everything's ready.
We have some basmati rice. It's already prepped, ready to go. Some mushrooms ready to saute. And some onions.
So all that smells great. I can smell the onions all the way over here. So Andre, so this is prep.
Yes.
So preparation, getting ready.
Yes.
How much time with the chopping the vegetables, getting the asparagus, getting the steak done?
Yep.
How much total time went into
All right,
all of
so
this?
all the soup parts, that's going to be like 10 minutes or so. That's going to cut you off 10 minutes right off the start. Your steaks and everything, cutting everything, that's going to be another 10 minutes. So basically right there, if you're putting this together as a meal, that's 20 minutes worth of preparation.
And you got it done, and then when it's time to actually cook, you are cooking.
You're just cooking.
Yeah.
You're just cooking. You're not scrambling around. You're not fumbling pans. You're not doing any of that. Everything's right here and ready for you to go.
I know that's Sunday prep is a big thing these
Oh, yeah.
days. And I mean, this would be a great thing to do on a Sunday just to get your Monday, your Tuesday,
Oh,
your
yes.
Wednesday, your Thursday ready to go.
Oh, yes.
That is, and that is
and that's
crucial.
so easy to do. Just label it just like that.
Yeah.
I know you've got some folks watching today that you want to say hello to.
Yes, I want to say hello to my Edgeworth Park and Winsburg family. I know you're watching, and I'll see you soon.
And you're in for a treat when he gets back down there later today. All right, so and we're all in for a treat actually, and we're gonna meet Andre's friend he brought with him here. We're going to take a little break, and we're going to hang out in the kitchen. He is going to reset and crack open some lobster, and he'll make some sweet chili lobster roll.
Yum. I am looking forward to it. We all are, and we hope to see you on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Thank you for staying with us through that quick break. Just a few minutes ago, Chef Andre Smith shared his kitchen hack to effectively help facilitate that meal prep, a strategy for the week to get everything organized and ready to go.
Now the grand finale of this segment. He is going to make his signature sweet chili lime lobster roll. It is a spin-off on a traditional lobster roll served on a New England style bun. It looks delicious, Chef Andre. Let's get started with it.
Thank you, thank you. So I noticed, you know, in the beginning, everyone's admiring this nice lobster that's sitting there.
Well, wait a minute. When I walked in, I went, is that guy real?
That's what happened.
And everybody else did the same thing. And the answer is yes.
Oh, yes. Yes, it's all cooked up. It's big size lobster. It's
Yeah,
an
yes.
8-pounder. And thanks to our seafood purveyor out there, Sam Russ in Hampton, Virginia, for providing that for us.
So that's who you get a lot of your seafood
Yes.
from, and
Oh, yes.
obviously it's got to you
yes.
got to have somebody you like and trust
Oh,
in,
yes.
in that department.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So if you're up north and you're in New England and Maine, the biggest thing that you always hear is lobster roll.
Yes.
So I wanted to do a spin-off. I love Asian fusion and things like that. So I wanted to do a lobster roll, but with a little twist to it. So over here, of course, we have our lobster meat here.
And a lot of it.
Yes. I have my spicy sriracha mayo. I have my grapeseed oil, limes, sweet chili sauce. I have some nori with some sesame seeds.
Nori?
Yes.
Okay.
Seaweed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We have cornstarch. We have wontons, fried wontons. I have some black sesame seeds, salt and pepper, cilantro, green onions. I have my New England buns right there.
Ready to
Because
go.
without a lobster roll, you got to have your New England buns. So to get started, we're going to take our lobster meat. Succulent, claws,
Yeah, that looks
tails
great.
meat.
And it's
Yeah.
the best time because someone already pulled it out. So you
Yeah.
don't have to
Oh,
do
yeah.
it
You
Did all the
yourself.
prep
Oh
work.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna take my cornstarch. Gonna actually dredge our lobster in some cornstarch.
What's the purpose of the cornstarch?
The cornstarch is gonna get a little thickness, crispiness, so that when I do put our sweet chili on top, it sticks.
Okay.
As
so
opposed
it's
to
not
flour or
yes.
something like that? Okay.
No.
And you just kind of eyeball it to see what you need to coat.
Oh yeah, you just when I say dredging it, you're just lightly coating it. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper. And the lobster is it has a little saltiness to it, so not much. You just want to put a little. I'm gonna put our grapeseed oil in this pan.
That pan's hot.
That pan is hot.
Any particular reason
Yes.
why grapeseed oil?
Grapeseed oil is very healthy. The cooking point, you can cook at a high level. So I like to cook things rapidly and fast.
Especially
So,
seafood.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put our lobster in there.
Sizzle.
We gotta sizzle, yes.
So olive oil, obviously, if you're using that, you couldn't get it as hot.
You're not gonna get it as hot. Yep. And you're gonna have a burning point. So here you're not gonna have that burning point. So we're gonna put our lobster down.
Already looks fabulous.
He's starting to sing already.
Yes. So we're gonna flip flop.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Bowls.
New bowl. Put the old bowl
Yes,
on the bottom.
old bowl on the bottom. So we're flip flopping. So we're gonna let that sit for roughly a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Let that get some color to it, things like that. And then I'm gonna turn those. Then we're gonna toss it up in our sweet chili and get it ready for to roll on our lobster roll. So a pretty basic, simple recipe, but a definitely delicious one.
Well, seafood, as we all know, it cooks very fast. So,
Yes.
Obviously the prep for this meal is the important thing because that's where all the work is going to go.
Yeah.
Because this goes really fast once you get going.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you
I'm
said
gonna go ahead.
a minute and a half for that, and you just look at it and say, okay, he looks good.
He looks great.
Has a little bit of a
Looks
brown
great.
to it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that the cornstarch really did add that
Oh, yeah.
ability to crisp it.
It's gonna get some color to it. Your flour is gonna be very bland, where the cornstarch is gonna give you a nice sleek texture. So yeah. Just like when you're having your like General Tso's or anything, and that's a cornstarch base.
As opposed to
Yep.
flour. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Learned something new today.
Oh yeah.
And then do you cook it the same amount once you
Same
flip it?
amount. Yep. You don't want to overcook it, and luckily, the great thing about this dish, you do have that great seed oil seeping in there, so it's definitely going to keep it nice and moist. So you're not going to dry out your lobster meat.
Okay.
You can use the alternative of butter, but I want to keep it healthy here and make sure we
Yeah.
stay
So
on
if
that path.
and again, if you're going to pay what you have to pay for lobster,
Yep.
you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to burn it. You don't want to. Yeah. Because that's.
Yep.
That's not an inexpensive little dish you're making there. So you want to treat it right.
Yep. All right, so
Ooh, here's
I'm
the
gonna
part.
take it out.
Yep.
I'm gonna put it in the bowl.
Already looking so
Yeah.
delicious.
Oh yeah.
And I noticed that it's an option to call it lobster.
Yeah.
Because anytime I've ever had it in New
If
England,
you're up north,
it is a lobster roll
and it's by the bar.
that you take the car to
Yes.
drive there to get to it.
Yeah, when I was in New England, when I was in culinary school, the first thing you heard was scrod was always around everywhere. Every restaurant serves scrod.
Scrod
Yes.
is.
Yes.
What is
It's going to
scrod?
be your cod down here.
Oh, cod.
Your
Oh,
scrod.
okay. It took me a second.
I didn't know what that was. Okay.
Yep. So every time you go to a restaurant, that's going to be that's just a basic. Where we have our hamburgers and hot dogs, is scrod up there.
And I see you're already toasting
Yes.
the
So I'm
bun.
toasting my bun here. Of course, we have that grapeseed oil, so I'm spreading that in there, and then we're getting a nice golden
didn't
brown
take
on
long.
that bun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Oh yeah. So we're toasting that. I'm gonna get some green onions going over here. Cutting those on a bias. Get those ready. I'm gonna also get some cilantro.
And folks who don't like cilantro can leave it off.
That's right.
Yeah.
It
Some
tastes
people-
like soap.
That's what
Yeah.
people say. It does not taste like soap for me.
Smells like soap to me.
It is great. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love
Okay.
it. All right, so I'm gonna get over here. We're
So
actually
you got a
gonna-
toasted bun
yes,
now.
I got a toasted bun.
You'll assemble
I'm
it.
just gonna open this up. Yep. Gonna take some of our sweet chili sauce here. We're gonna go ahead and put that over there.
Drizzle a little bit of that on there.
Let's get that
Delicious.
all over
Let
that.
it soak in.
Yep. We're gonna get a cilantro. Got our green onions.
Beautiful.
We have our lime.
Give
Gotta
it a
have the
squeeze.
lime.
Give it a squeeze.
Give it a squeeze. And as you're squeezing, you want to make sure you turn. So as I'm squeezing, I'm actually turning the lime in my hand.
And kind
So
of
we
grip
can
it
get-
too to
yep.
keep the seeds in.
Oh yeah, no seeds in there.
I think I learned that on one of those cooking shows one
Yeah.
time, and
Oh,
I do
yeah.
it at home now.
Oh yeah. All right, so we're gonna stir that up.
Give it a little
Yep.
fold, basically.
Looks absolutely delicious.
Look at that.
Look at
So the sweet sauce you put on there, that's
Yes.
not a New England thing. That's your thing.
That is not. That is
Yeah.
not. That's Asian flair to it.
Okay.
So that's gonna be your water, your sugar, some chili paste. You're just gonna sweeten it up. Mixture.
Under a minute, Chef.
And I see that too. You have some of the sort of the Asian fusion with it in the presentation with the ginger and the wasabi.
Yes.
So that kind of adds to that
Oh, yeah.
genre.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch sides. We're gonna switch.
Look at that, a very generous handful of lobster.
Oh, yeah.
And I was going to say, he didn't use a spoon for that. He uses his hands so
Oh,
he gets
no.
it
It
in there
has to be
perfectly.
falling off
yeah.
the bun, Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Those
Oh.
claws on top.
That sound you hear is people all over town going,
Ooh. I'm gonna reach over for some more cilantro.
decorate it up,
And you have
Chef.
some dill too. What is that for?
Some dill. I'm definitely gonna garnish it with some dill. Dill is great. A great mixture with the lobster.
All right, while he's doing that, we're going to take a little break here and our final thoughts and maybe a bite or two when we return right after this.
Stay with us.
Love the recipes you see on the show? Visit virginiathismorning.com. Click on the Recipes tab and find your favorites to try out on your own.
Wow, the 9 to 10 a.m. hour goes by so fast. We hope everybody enjoyed today's show. We are ending things in the Virginia This Morning kitchen with Chef Andre Smith.
His sweet lime lobster roll is on today's menu. I have been eyeing this since the last block.
And it goes.
That
You
was
just,
good.
you just took a teeny little bite off the lobster. That sauce is fantastic. I tried a little bit while we were in the break.
It's hard to eat a lobster roll in a somewhat neat manner,
No,
but
you don't have to.
it's delicious.
So, Andre, when you make this, and here
Thank you.
Obviously, people get so excited when they hear lobster, and then if, like you said, your friends were watching that you're going to fix for them later today, then they find out all these different ingredients, and it is a twist off the traditional. And you've got the wasabi over there, you got the ginger over there, you put the wontons on the top. It's a whole different level of lobster roll.
Oh yes, and don't be freaked out and oh my God, I cannot afford that, because you can always switch in imitation crab meat and things like that if you want a more affordable meal.
And with the sauces and everything you put on, it's going to be great no matter what.
I think that sauce would be great with shrimp too.
Oh yes, that sauce is great with almost
anything.
Yeah.
You put that on some cardboard. That'd be some good cardboard to suck on. That'd be great. All right. Thank you for bringing your friend with you today. Thank you for showing us the hacks, the organizing hacks, and then of course all the great advice of the oil and everything that you use. We appreciate you watching our live show each and every day. Now, if you'd like to see one of our segments again, you can always log on to our show website by early this afternoon at virginiathismorning.com.
Our Smooth Day Tuesday live show is in the queue, and we're looking forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow starting at 8:56 a.m. Enjoy a great day, everybody. It was great having you with us.